what kinds of things make up a watershed? Kathleen?
I would think rivers and streams, ponds, where water's found, wells, things like that.
Well, what kinds of things impact the water in a watershed? To answer that question, we're going to go to a map from the United States Geological Survey, and Patty's going to help me with that. Well, Patty, this map actually shows 3 different watersheds. Tell me some of the things that you see on in any of the watersheds that might impact the water in that watershed.
Well, instinctively, I would say everything impacts the watershed, but specifically, we have mountains that have runoff that will probably allow streams and ponds to build and develop, which would be part of the watershed. In addition, on top of the land, we have a logging exercise going on back here, which would probably impact it. And I think there was a chemical barn over here, and of course any type of industry along a waterway would affect, or any type of industry anywhere in the watershed area would affect that watershed.
That's good, Patty. That's true. Everything in the watershed affects the water quality, and how we use the resources in the watershed affects the water quality. Well, Richard, we're here at Fort Gordon, and this is a topographic map of the area, like an aerial view of the Fort Gordon military installation. And we're going to make a 3D map of our watershed, and it's going to be the Sandy Run Creek, and we're going to do that by using graph paper, and I'm going to show you with a demonstration. This activity is from the JASON project, and it's how do I construct a topographic profile. You construct a series of profiles or cross-sections of key areas across your watershed. Then you lay a strip of paper along the line A1 to B1, A2 to B2, A3 to B3, and so on. Mark on the paper the exact place where each contour, stream, and hilltop cross the profile line. Label each mark with the elevation of the contour it represents. Then you place each strip of paper with the labeled marks on a piece of graph paper. Project each contour on the horizontal line of the same elevation. Connect all the points with a smooth line to get the profile view. And finally, you glue the topographic profiles to poster boards and cut them out. And then you place the profiles in the appropriate areas. At this point, we have taken the graph paper and cut it out and put it on poster board, and we have placed the poster board in the correct position on the plate that corresponds to A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, and B3 on the map. And I've done that ahead of time, so it fits right on top. And so you get a 3D view of the topographic map. And this map scale from Terra Server is great because you could enlarge the map, and 1 mile is about from here to here, and so approximately this pan is 1 mile wide. The highest elevation is about 450 feet above sea level, and the lowest about 300. And we're going to take some plastic paper, plastic transparent paper. You can also make this whole thing out of clay, but I thought a quick and easy way to do it would be just to lay the plastic over the tray. Some activities show making the whole thing out of clay, but I think this way is effective. And I like the idea of being able to see right through to the contour lines. And the students get the idea that the elevation, the contour lines directly relate to the height of the watershed. And now we're going to take some water, this in color. And what do you notice happening, Marcia, in our watershed? Water collecting in the lower contour. That's a good thing to say, collecting, because this part of the watershed actually is called the collection area. This part with the highest areas around here, that's called the boundary. The highest points around the watershed is the boundary. This part in here is like a basin. So you have the boundary, the basin, and the collection area. 3 parts to the watershed. Well, the surface of the watershed is very important. And what if the surface is logged or clear cut?
Well, probably without the vegetation, you'd increase the runoff, and things like silt and dirt and things would collect in the bottom of the collection area. So you have a runoff issue.